Even before I was born, I had assurances. Mother would speak to me every night before we slept. She told me I would be named Artemis, that I was destined for greatness, a warrior without peer. I was to be a benevolent but firm representative of my people, the champion of the Amazons. By Hem of Hathor, it is a thing of beauty. Even as late as my 16th year, I believed those whispered promises.
Not so fast, my child.
Nephthys? No fair, goddess. You promised me a weapon of my own.
And of course, you set your heart on the bow of Ra, capable of shooting stars from the night sky. Your youth shields you from the obvious Artemis. A warrior does not choose her weapon. Rather, it chooses you.
Give me the bow. We belong together. I can feel it in my core.
Someday, perhaps, when the gods feel you have earned her. Not a moment before.
The origin of my name is Greek, but the gods I worshipped were Egyptian, and that probably should have been my first clue. That it was all a damn lie.
I'm Jason Todd, Red Hood. I started off the night by infiltrating Black Mask's burgeoning criminal empire. The advantage I have as a high-profile criminal, going where Batman never could. 2 hours later, I'm squaring off against this woman who tosses steel train doors around like they're made of cardboard.
I don't know who you are, and I don't really care. It's clear we both want the contents of this train. Flake off now, and I won't smack you around for making my job harder than it already was.
I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of fighting women.
Not to worry. I'm not just any woman. I'm an Amazon.
I knew it. But still, my boss back there, Black Mask, he asked me to grab some kind of weapon on this train. So unless that weapon is you, please stand aside and we'll be on our way.
By the Three Beards, you really don't know the amount of power you want to turn over to this man? I've been looking for this weapon since I was 16, and I'm not about to let you two walk away with something that can destroy the entire world.
Wow, that does sound dramatic. But I notice you're not wearing magical bullet deflecting bracelets, so you don't have a say in what I do or don't do here.
I'm not aiming to kill her, as if I could, but this should get her to back off.
Who needs bracelets? Men and their guns. So typical. I don't need a weapon to deal with someone as fragile as you.
Who are you calling fragile, princess?
To be crystal clear going forward, do not call me princess.
Got it. So what do I call you?
Artemis is fine.
Before you kill me, satisfy my curiosity. What is on that train?
It's called the Bow of Ra, a weapon of incalculable power, an ancient artifact forged in the dark furnace of a black soul. It is the end of all this is or ever will be.
Let's hope my body armor taser is still holding a charge since I used it last week.
Are you sure you aren't overselling this thing? Black Mask is more crime boss, less annihilator of life on Earth.
Perhaps you don't know him as well as you.
Here goes nothing. It's like Batman always taught me. You can't always be the fastest, or the strongest, but you can always be the most prepared. Why do I feel bad about this? Sure, she wanted to kill me, but only to protect the world from this Bow of Ra, which honestly does sound a little foreboding. It wouldn't be the first time I was wrong about.
Splendid. You're every bit as resourceful and determined as I imagined, son. You are going to make the perfect heir to my life's work.
Right. Like I haven't heard that line before.
So, boss, you going to tell me what this was all about?
Of course. There are no secrets between us. Not anymore. Let me start by saying that I don't know where she got her intel from, but it's all wrong. On this train is cutting-edge science. The future of genetics. Trust me.
Goddess alive, I'm getting sloppy. The kid caught me off guard, but he didn't finish the job. So he's either an idiot? To me, mistress. Or there's something else going on here.
What I'm about to show you changes everything.
Between you and me?
Between us and everybody.
That shadow! Down! An axe that comes to her when she calls? Like she wasn't scared enough with her bare hands. That taser should have put her out for at least a few minutes.
You, the red one. We're not done here.
Actually, we are. More done than you realize. It sounds like you and I are looking for two different things, so you should wrap it up here and move on.
Now what?
Step away from the frail Red Hood. We have you covered.
I've got this, guys. We need to find out what she knows.
Do they not realize you're using your body to cover me? You're a lot more noble than you first appeared.
That's one for my gravestone.
It's just the two of us here. You can drop it now.
Great. What am I dropping?
This whole bad guy riff. I was trained in battle out of the womb. I know when someone is pulling their punches.
Fine. But for the record, I am a bad guy. I'm just a bad guy who's trying to play by the rules to take down Black Mask.
Whose rules?
It doesn't matter.
In battle, the terms of engagement are all that matter. You're obviously not law enforcement, or you wouldn't be letting him get away with half this crap he's pulled. And you're not a member of the Justice League, because frankly, you're not good enough.
Fine. I'm playing by Batman's rules. Sorta. He and I had different ideas on how to deal with crime in Gotham City. He does the whole criminals are a cowardly lot thing.
And you're trying to disassemble them from within. That's sound.
Yeah, well, he's not convinced. Believe me when I say you don't know what it's like having a guy like Batman breathing down your neck.
You might be surprised.
Oh, right. Are you secretly working for Wonder Woman?
Please. I'd eat an invisible jet before I'd let Diana tell me how to live my life.
Right, I believe you. Look, maybe we can help each other out here.
That's like a bird offering the wind to hold up the sky. But I've already wasted enough time fighting you. So I accept the terms of your surrender.
My God, you are such a... Fine, call it a surrender. Ready? On 3. 1, 2...
Does counting make you feel smarter?
Okay. Did not see this coming.
You continue to impress me, Red. Now, boys, let's pop the broad and get out of here.
Don't take this the wrong way, Red. But maybe strategy isn't your strength.
Boy, that means a lot coming from not Wonder Woman. What do you think is my jam?
Nothing really jumps out at me this minute. Not Batman. Ooh!
Will you get down already? He's stealing the entire train car?
I think I've got it now.
A way out?
No. I think you excel at shouting out the obvious.
Unfortunately, unless you can fly, we're out of luck, Artemis.
The power of flight eludes me for now, yes. But if I'm unencumbered, I can cover the distance in a single bound.
Yeah, well, good for you. But since we need to stick together right now, I guess we're stuck right... Great. I liked it better when we were mortal enemies. You really have to figure out a better way to treat your allies.
Is that what you think you are to me? An ally? That would be like a puma believing he was an ally because he was too slow to outrun a lion.
And your metaphors, too.
What is wrong with my metaphors?
So I've got good news and bad news. The good news is, it's pretty clear this wasn't the ancient weapon you're looking for.
That is good news.
The bad news is, if that's what I think it is, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need your help. Please tell me you still have your axe.
She's always where she needs to be.
Yeah, well, you might want to have her make an appearance.
By the gods. Is that... him?
I'm guessing no. Black Mask said this game changer had to do with genetics.
You're saying... that's a clone?
I'm saying I think we just helped a crime lord steal his very own Superman.